Calvince Okoth, widely known as Gaucho, has lived much of his public life under intense scrutiny, with controversy often preceding his reputation. His journey into national attention has been shaped as much by criticism and debate as by admiration. The most recent and perhaps most heated controversy emerged in April 2026 when he was appointed to the board of Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital by Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja. The decision immediately triggered a national conversation. Critics questioned his qualifications, pointing out his early school dropout status and lack of formal training in healthcare or administration. To them, placing a grassroots activist on the board of a major referral hospital symbolized a disregard for professionalism. Others went further, accusing political leaders of rewarding loyalty and alleged goonism. Yet Gaucho pushed back firmly against these claims. He argued that leadership is not defined solely by academic credentials, but by lived experience, wisdom, and the ability to represent ordinary citizens. Supporters echoed this sentiment, insisting that his presence on the board brought an essential grassroots perspective, particularly for communities that rely heavily on the hospital's services. The debate ultimately became larger than Gaucho himself, touching on the broader tension between professionalism and inclusivity in public service. This was not the first time his past stirred controversy. Gaucho has openly admitted to a troubled history involving crime. In 2014, he was linked to a petrol station robbery in Ruiru, where about Kenya shillings $2 million was stolen, an incident that ended in a deadly confrontation with police. He has spoken candidly about his time in custody and the turning point that followed, an intervention by Rosemary Odinga, who encouraged him to abandon crime and pursue a path of personal transformation through discipleship training. For some, his past remains a stain. For others, it stands as evidence of redemption. His role in political activism has also kept him at the center of public disputes. As a mobilizer, particularly during the 2023 cost of living protests and the 2024 finance bill demonstrations, Gaucho became both influential and polarizing. He faced accusations of organizing groups to disrupt protests, claims he has consistently denied. At the same time, he was repeatedly arrested for alleged public disturbances, reinforcing his image as a confrontational and fearless activist. In one notable court appearance, he interrupted proceedings to accuse a police officer of torturing him, an incident that further amplified his defiant public persona.
Gaucho has also been drawn into political feuds, making bold and sometimes controversial claims against fellow leaders. In April 2026, he alleged that an attack on Senator Godfrey Osotsi had been orchestrated by political rivals, drawing widespread attention and criticism. Alongside this, questions about his lifestyle and finances have surfaced periodically, with skeptics doubting the source of his income. He has responded by insisting that he funds his own life through small businesses and is not financially dependent on political patrons. Beyond the controversies lies a story rooted in hardship and resilience. Gaucho was born on February 4, 1992, in Rongo, Migori County, where his early life was marked by poverty and loss. Orphaned at a young age after the death of both parents, his mother, Christine Adiambo, among them, he was raised by his grandmother. As the firstborn in a family of 5, he assumed responsibility for his younger siblings early in life, effectively becoming a provider while still a child. His education was interrupted by these hardships. He attended primary school in Rongo, but dropped out in class 6 due to financial constraints. For years, formal education remained out of reach. It was only much later, driven by determination, that he returned to school through adult education at Gumbaru School in Nairobi, completing his KCSE in 2023. He also underwent leadership and religious training at the Daguna Discipleship Training College in Ongata Rangai, reflecting his commitment to personal growth. In the early 2000s, Gaucho moved to Nairobi with just Kenya shillings 1,800, searching for opportunity. Life in the city was harsh. He lived in informal settlements such as Koragacho, Dandora, and Mukuru kwa Jenga, surviving through odd jobs like baking and selling mandazi. These experiences would later shape his political identity and connection to the struggles of urban poor communities. Over time, he transitioned from street survival to activism, eventually rising to become a leading figure in the Bunge la Mwananchi movement, a grassroots platform advocating for the rights of ordinary citizens. His fiery speeches and unapologetic style earned him the title Ghetto President, a name that captured both his influence and his roots. Through this role, he became a recognizable voice in Kenya's political landscape, particularly among youth and marginalized communities. Politically, Gaucho is closely aligned with Raila Odinga and the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM. He often credits the Odinga family, especially Ida Odinga, for playing a pivotal role in his transformation and mentorship. Their relationship extends beyond politics, with Gaucho publicly referring to Ida Odinga as a maternal figure in his life.
On the personal front, Gaucho is a family man, married and a father of 3, with reports indicating he and his wife are expecting twins as of 2026. His life reflects a blend of biological family responsibilities and strong political alliances that he often describes in familial terms. In many ways, Gaucho's biography is a story of contradictions, marked by crime and reform, criticism and support, struggle and influence. Whether viewed as a controversial figure or a symbol of grassroots empowerment, his journey continues to provoke debate about leadership, redemption, and representation in modern Kenya.